Hello, long-lost student PilotCast listeners. I'm releasing a quick episode to bring you up to speed. I recorded and attempted to release this update episode while I was at EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh this past week, but the wireless internet access was so bad that it made it very difficult, if not impossible, so I wasn't able to get it out. It's nice to be home and have real internet access again, but the experience at Oshkosh was one for the ages. I'm still overwhelmed and, frankly, exhausted. I also had a chance to participate in this year's Potapalooza with all of the other aviation podcasters out there, and that was a humbling and wonderful experience. Thanks to everyone who helped make that an amazing time, including Kent and Mike from the PilotCast. Dan couldn't make it this year. The UCAP fellas, Jack, Jeb, Dave, and company. Steve Tupper from Airspeed. Jason Miller from the Finer Points. Tony Condon from, practically all of them. As well as Will and Dave from the Pilot's Flight Podlog, who were piped in via Skype. And, of course, a special thanks to all those who came out to the forums for the Potapalooza, and to EAA Radio for broadcasting the event live between the air show and the Lieutenant Dan Band. What a great time. I have a lot of impressions from AirVenture, and as well as some interviews and some product reports and lots of video and pictures, and I'll try to get you some of that over time. For now, though, I'd like to play my original recording from late Wednesday night during Oshkosh that I wasn't able to get out to you at the time. There's a big announcement in this episode as well, so listen closely. I'll let this play unedited as I would have released it if I could have. Rest assured that I'll continue to release my training episodes that you're used to. There just may be a few other things slipped in as well. So without further introduction, here's my update episode, recorded in the middle of the night, in the middle of my visit to AirVenture 2008 in Oshkosh. Hello again, listeners. I'm back with the next episode of the Student PilotCast. This is a very special episode coming to you direct from Oshkosh, home of AirVenture, the greatest aviation show on Earth.
High wing Cessna, short final, bring it down, sir. I need it on the orange dot, Greater Land 27. Red Bonanza on the downwind over the gravel pit, start the descent, rock your wings. Tail dragger, start your base. Red tail dragger, I need that base now. Start the turn, please.
What does it take to be an angel? Where does the sun go when it sleeps?
As I said in the intro, this episode is a bit different than usual, but very special indeed. I have the opportunity this year to attend EAA's AirVenture 2008 and hopefully bring some of that magic back to you through technology and podcasting. I'm halfway through my stay here in Wisconsin, and all I can say is wow, but we'll get back to that in just a minute. I'll also say that you may notice a difference in the audio quality. I don't have all of my microphone equipment with me, and I'm sitting here in the open air under a beautiful Wisconsin sky. And you may hear sounds of traffic or possibly people. Probably not too many people, though. There's not many people around since I'm recording this pretty much in the middle of the night. But it's the only time I can kind of get away and take a minute to reflect on what's going on here. But first I need to take care of a few things with all of you. On the top of that list is an apology for my longer than usual break in the episodes. As you know, I was trying to, in vain, I might add, to keep up with my training in the podcast, but because I was flying 3 times a week on average, it was impossible to stay coordinated with the podcast. I realized that it was futile and accepted the fact that I'd be podcasting my lessons for some time beyond the moment that I took my check ride and became a pilot. At about the same time that I was realizing this, I was also intensifying my efforts in my training as I was trying to finish my training before Oshkosh, because it was starting to become clear that I'd probably be going this year. So, as you can see, while I took a couple of weeks off doing episodes for the Student PilotCast, some exciting things have transpired. But don't worry, we'll get to all of them eventually. For now, suffice it to say that a couple of things will be different in the cast from here on out. First of all, we'll be taking a break from the normal lesson-style episodes while I cover Oshkosh and some of the related things around this trip to the aviation mecca. I'm not sure how many Oshkosh episodes I'll do, maybe only a couple, but I will cover this amazing event for you in Student PilotCast style, which I think means I'll talk about what's interesting to me, and I'm sure it'll be interesting to you as well. The second thing that'll be different in the podcast going forward is that from here on out, even when we resume the lesson episodes and anything else that comes, I'll be speaking to you as a fully licensed private pilot. That's right. Your humble host in this endeavor has finally done it. I become a pilot. I realize that we're stepping out of order here by me telling you that. I mean, I haven't even covered my cross countries in the podcast yet, but I think it had to be done this way. After all, I'm corresponding with some of you through email and meeting others at Oshkosh and shaking some of your hands, and I'll be participating in the Potapalooza at the end of the week, and I just know it won't be a secret that I've finished my training, so I wanted all of you to hear it here first. Now, it's not a complete spoiler either, really. I mean, I closed almost every other episode before with I'm going to be a pilot, right? So you knew the end of this story, as I did, before it even started. What you don't know, at least not all of you, is there's a pretty good story about how that happened and about how I finished up my training. So with that to look forward to, when I resume the training episodes after Oshkosh, you'll be on the edge of your seats waiting to find out what happened. Well, stay tuned and I won't let you down. The third thing that'll be different is that, as I've already started doing, I'm going to be sporadically including different types of episodes along with my training episodes, much like I'm doing here with the Oshkosh stuff. I'll be talking with other new pilots and maybe some prospective pilots and possibly covering other things of interest to aviation enthusiasts. Whether you're already certified or future pilots, I'm sure that this stuff will be interesting to you as well. After all, this podcast is about learning to fly and about living the dream and about appreciating this wonderful world of aviation. So I want the podcast to reflect all the different complex motivations that people have and the simple desire that we all have to fly, along with the technical aspects of learning all in one, and not just the travelogue, so to speak, of one guy learning to fly. I'll continue to keep a strong focus on student pilots, but seeing as how I have other fish to fry in my future training endeavors, it may not just include the primary training as it has done up to this point. That said, I don't want anybody to worry that we'll lose all of the old format either. As I've already promised, I'm going to finish exactly the way that I started the rest of my training. I won't skip anything. I just may augment it with some additional material as well. That said, let's get back to Oshkosh. I'll continue to release more information on what's going on here, but for up-to-the-minute updates, just follow me on Twitter. You can go to twitter.com and search for my username there, which is BILLWIL. That's Bravo, India, Lima, Lima, Whiskey, India, Lima. And notice that there's only one L at the end of that, but two L's in the middle. Or you can simply go to twitter.com/BillWill, which is my username, and that'll take you to my Twitter page. I'll include a link in the show notes, of course. So visit www.studentpilotcast.com and you can click on the link there. Also, I've already and will continue to augment information on the site by releasing blog posts that don't have audio, so check out the site or use an RSS reader to subscribe to the audio and video-free content there. If that doesn't make sense, feel free to shoot me off an email and I'll explain it a little more. In fact, if you want to contact me about anything, send me an email at bill@studentpilotcast.com or use the contact link on the website, and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. So stay tuned for more stuff coming to you from AirVenture, and I'll talk to you all soon. This time, of course, as a pilot. Music for today's audiocast is the song To Be an Angel from the great Canadian band Uncle Seth. You can get more information and subscribe to the Student Pilot audiocast using iTunes, Zune, or any other podcatcher at www.studentpilotcast.com.